So why don't we actually start with a little music so you can hear it play, and then we'll talk and we have some things to show you and explain. We're going to start with a piece by a British composer, an English composer named Benjamin Britten. And the piece is called Alla Marcia, or it's a march, like a march. Let's see if you can hear the feeling of the march. And when I hear this piece, it starts really quiet, and then there's a big crescendo in the middle, and then it goes all the way back down, and it's sort of like you imagine listening to a parade, and you sort of hear the marching band come, they get closer and they closer, and they're right in front of you, and that's really exciting, and then they start to sort of walk away. So as you listen to the piece, see if you can hear that big arch of the marchers getting closer and then leaving.
Yeah, big round of applause for you. Very good.
It's so fun to play when, for people, it's so fun for musicians to play when we hear that people are really mesmerized in it. It really makes a big difference. So thank you guys.
And since you were listening so closely, I think you may know my question already. Can I ask you what stood out to you? What did you hear? What did you really like? Did you have an answer?
I heard it coming and then like leaving.
Yeah, you heard it get really close in the middle and really loud, and then it went away again? That's really
Did anybody hear drums?
Yeah.
Yeah, we sort of, this sort of sounds like the big drum way in the background.
Drums there too.
And then even if I'm using my bow, so when we, on a string instrument, we have our instrument and then our bow, right? And the bow is made out of wood, that always comes from Brazil, it's called pernambuco. And then we have Brazil, and then we have horsehair also. And when we play with our bow, it's called arco. So with our bow, or we can play pizzicato like a guitar. And some of the drums in this piece came from pizzicato, and some of them, you know, are they sort of, you know, you can make drum feeling, or that same percussion drum feeling with a bow too. Anybody else hear anything else? What about you?
I liked when the girl, when she used the bottom of her instrument and pulled the
Like that?
down the string one by one.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
Like, that was like a guitar, right? Plucking this. Yeah, I have this whole thing. So I'm holding the bow, but I'm actually plucking with my finger. So it's plucking the instrument. So, but I'm also kind of like imitating big drum with my string instrument. Yeah.
Can you play again?
Yes,
Same
we
thing?
well, we have some play for sure, but did anybody else hear anything else in that piece when they, yeah? What do you think?
No. Oh wait, I forgot it.
Well, that's okay. Well, if it comes to you again, let us know. Anything else? So,
What, I have a question. What kind of mood was this song in? Was it like happy, cheerful, we're about to watch our show kind of mood, or was it kind of dark, or was it military kind of? What kind of mood did you guys find in there? Go ahead.
I thought it was kind of dark.
Yeah. Was it dark?
I think it was a little bit.
Can anybody tell me what made it sound like a dark mood? Go ahead.
When we were leaving, it just sounded like everybody was just sad.
yeah, I wonder if it sounded sad because the you know, at the end there, it gets so low. You know, and there, the notes that I'm playing there, if I was playing maybe that would maybe sound happier. But instead he has to play sort of that note, I think sounds like this now. Now,
Very good catch.
if, so I agree, that's a great point. Now, one of the things that makes this feel like a march is the rhythm. And whenever we're talking about music, there are a couple of different things that we can think about. We can think of notes or pitch, which are in, right, how, you know, if I'm playing high notes or low notes. But the other thing is rhythm, and that's how fast we play. So I wonder, since you all are such good listeners, and I think you can handle this, if we could actually try and feel the rhythm in this piece. So could we have everybody stand up? Okay. And maybe we'll play at the beginning.
Yeah, it's Philip.
My brother Cass plays the cello.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I was thinking of playing the violin.
Well, yeah, you can play
No, I just wanted to make sure.
So, when we play a march, one of the things that makes it feel so steady and like these people marching is the rhythm. And that rhythm comes from the pulse. And in a march, it's a very steady pulse and it's always even. So we could even march in place if we go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So,
It's good though.
nice and steady. So you can all sit down again. So in march we always have that steady beat. And if we were counting the beats, like maybe you've done rhythms in music class, those beats are always, it's a group of four. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and if we were conducting it, we would actually go like this. We can all do it. Everybody take their right hand and point it straight out in front of you, careful of your neighbors. And so if we were conducting, we would go like this. We would go down, left, right, up, down, left, right, up. And that's how you conduct in 4. Down, left, right, up. Very good. Down, left, right, up. Down, left, right, up, and stop. Very good, very good. So that's how you would conduct in 4. If you were conducting a piece in 4, and every march that you ever hear will always be in 4. I don't know if other pieces are too. But the next piece we're going to play, or do you want to?
Oh, yeah, no, keep going, keep going.
The next piece we're going to play, let's do, can we do the first section of the Shostakovich, the second movement? The next piece we're going to play is not a march, it's a waltz. Who knows what a waltz is?
Wow.
Careful walk.
This one's pretty cheerful, yeah. So the next one is a waltz. What's a waltz?
It's a
It's a type of dance, exactly. And a waltz, do you think it's going to be a dance like this?
no.
No, exactly. It's a totally different beat pattern. It has a totally different rhythm. Pulse. Yes?
It's like a ball dance.
It is, yeah. You would dance a waltz in a ballroom. Waltzes and like minuets and things like this, they're all these old dances. And actually a lot of the music we play as musicians comes from old dances. So the waltz is like the grandson or granddaughter of the minuet. And the minuet is like the dance that comes from the 700s or the 17th century, the Baroque period. So these are very old dances. So we're gonna play a little of this piece and see if you can think of what type of tempo this one is, what type of beat it is, and we'll talk about it in a second. Maybe we could play up until the 42 until the key change.
Sure.
So that was a waltz by a Russian composer named Shostakovich. And so who thinks they have an idea of how many beats are in a waltz? If a march has 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, what would you say for a waltz? Okay, so well, if we think of the violin part, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, so a waltz has 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And it's actually, it comes from the dance steps. If you were dancing waltz, and I'm a terrible dancer, but if we were thinking it would be 1, 2, or something like that. You know, or maybe Gregory, I don't know. You so 1,
2, 3.
right?
1,
So you
2,
have
3.
these, so you're always moving in sort of triangles or like this with a waltz. So if we were to conduct a waltz, this guy conducting batons out. So right hands, everybody right hands out. If we were conducting a waltz, it would be down, right, up. So down, right, up, down, right, up, down, right, up, down, right, up, down.
Now, if you were a conductor, like right now, one of your responsibilities would be the speed of the song. So if you want the speed to go a little other people are dancing, they're gonna fall, right? Could we try once, and I will follow the speed. Maybe, Philip, would you lead a little bit quicker speed for the waltz? Go ahead, you guys start.
Maybe we can all do it together.
And then we can
We'll
go
start
faster later.
we'll start the same speed. So let's do a couple practice measures first. So
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Faster. 1, 2, 3, 1. Good. Okay, very good. Now, who felt like their arm was moving a lot? Yeah, me too. So if we really wanted to go fast in a waltz, we would just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Because what beat do you think is the most important in a waltz? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. What do you think? Well, the first violin is the most important right now. But the beat that's most important in the waltz, I think, is actually the first beat. Right? 1, 2, 3. That's where you would make the biggest move if you were dancing, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So if we were just conducting, and we wanted to go faster, we'd go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just sort of straight up and down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And keep it going. We go back to the game. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's the main pulse in the waltz. Do we have
We have like 10 more minutes?
2 more minutes? Well, okay,
No, 10 more minutes?
Oh, 10 more minutes. Okay. So would you like to hear another waltz or another march? Okay.
Half and half.
Let's have everybody close their eyes. Okay. If you want to hear another.
Really close them, don't pretend.
If you want to hear another march, raise your hand. Okay, if you want to hear another waltz, raise your hand.
Oh.
Okay, sorry guys, the marches win.
Ah.
Okay, so why don't we do a little of the first movement?
So this march is by the same person who just wrote the waltz, Mr. Shostakovich.
But this march is very different. This march is actually based on nursery rhymes, so you're going to hear it's a little bit like playing in the playground, that kind of mood. And then we'll stop the chorus.
Yeah, maybe just until 6 or.
Oh, maybe first one.
So did you hear the march that time? Bum, bum, 2, 3, 4, 10, bum. Was that same feeling? Now 1, 2. Maybe
ones who are playing music.
Like a
So that's
conductor.
that's the
Ah.
conductor, yeah. And what you were just doing, 1, 2, 3, 4, or the 1, 2, 3, 1, that's exactly what a conductor does. And when you only have 4 people playing in a string quartet, we listen to each other, and you may have seen us looking at each other while we play and moving a little bit, and that's how we know how to be together. But if there were 100 people on stage, like an orchestra, then you need a conductor, and that's the person who does that. Yes,
I know that speed is called tempo.
exactly right, yeah.
Very
And would you
good.
call this a fast tempo or a slow tempo? In the middle, and actually in this classroom, you have these are these funny Italian words: largo, andante, allegro, presto. These are all tempo words. So in the top of our music here, it actually says allegretto, which is not on the wall, but if it was, it would be right here, right in between andante and allegro. Andante, it means like a slow walking tempo, and allegro is fast. And this piece is sort of in the middle, so it's not quite fast, not quite slow, it's sort of a steady march. Yes, any other questions? Yes?
I have a question.
Yes.
When you're doing the violin, how does it not hurt your ears?
That's a good question, I'm not sure. When you guys play really high notes, how come it doesn't hurt your ears?
Yeah, sometimes, I don't know if Miss Yara does this, but sometimes when I'm practicing, I don't play as loud as I can when I'm practicing, because it is very close to your ears. But it also, you try and make the most beautiful sounds you can, so that it doesn't hurt your ears.
I'll tell you what, I have a cat, and it does hurt her ears. Sure. My cat cannot stand. If I go to that range, my cat is just begging me to stop. And I put her in another room, then she comes back and she's like, no, I still can't take that. So, like, the cat can. The thing is that when we're right close to our instrument, the sound actually is right here. So the sound goes away. So we're like right here. If my ears were right here when I played, I won't be able to, I would be deaf, for real. Like I couldn't, I don't know, yeah. So I'm a little bit on the side, so the sound is directed forward so you guys can hear it, you know? But that's a great question, I never had one.
It's like standing right next to a speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Philip, we have about 3 more minutes.
Okay, great, couple more questions? What school did I go to, or did? I went to Northwestern University, it's a college in Chicago.
You mean in college or? Oh, college. Went to Juilliard in New York.
And I went to University of Rochester, New York, where there's more snow than other places.
Well, hard to believe.
I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah.
Oh, and I went to Yale.
I know where that is.
I'm so glad you came in.
So we have time for like 2 more questions.
Real fast, 2 more questions. Who's got questions?
Yes?
Why do you guys move the hand that, not the hand that's moved, that has the bowl? When you're playing?
Thank you so much for taking the time.
That's why we changed the pitch. Look.
You're talking about when we shake?
Oh.
Vibrato.
Well, the vibrato is like your voice, so it's like putting a little bit of air so you can kind of, so the sound can breathe, you know what I mean? So it basically colors the sound. But, yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Is there one little teeny piece we could just finish up with?
What's that?
Do you want to just do one little ending piece?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do,
How about the very end of the first one? What's it? 30 feet to the end?
33 to the end of the first movement. So we're going to play just a little bit more music
Starting
for you.
right on 30 feet.
33 to the end.
So, yeah.
Sorry.